What does contingent versus non-contingent mean when you're buying and selling a house? I'm here to answer that question. Hey guys, my name's Andrew Augustiniak of the Augustiniak Lending Team, and today I'm answering the question of contingent versus non-contingent. Hopefully your agent has answered that question, but the lender's gonna be ultimately the one to let you know when you currently own a house and you're ready for that next house. You're not gonna keep that house and rent it out, which, side note, I think a lot of people should, depending on the situation. I think a lot of people let go of houses and they regret selling it. That's a separate video, by the way. But what if your lender, hopefully us, we do loans in 45 different states. What if your lender says, hey, you're pre-qualified for a new house up to $800,000 contingent on your sale of the old house? What does that mean? That means you can qualify for that new house up to $800,000, assuming the current house will be sold prior to the closing of the next house. Now, take a step back. When I say prior, that doesn't mean like you have to go through the process, close it, and then go start looking for your next house, because that would be a pain in the butt. But many times what ends up happening is a borrower will start selling their current house, get into contract on their next house, and do both transactions simultaneously to try and close them as close as they can together. In a perfect world, you close on the same day and you move out of one house and right into the next house. That's a perfect world. Does it happen like that all the time? No, unfortunately, it does not happen like that all the time. Sometimes there's a couple days in between the sale, the closing of the old house and the buying of the new house. Sometimes there's a couple weeks in between. It depends on the situation, depends on obviously the buyers of your old house, depends on the sellers of your new house, and it's a lot of work for your agents. And that's why it's so important to have a good agent on your side. But there's times, a few weeks in between, where somebody might stay in Airbnb or they might lease back their old house for a couple weeks as they transition and wait to close on their next house. That's where contingencies are not hard, but it's so important to have an agent and a lender that explain that whole process, and ultimately they hold your hand. So contingent means I can close on my new house contingent that this one closes right before the new one. Non-contingent, as you can probably guess, means I can qualify for this new $800,000 house, not relying on this one selling. I can close on this one whenever I want. And then I can either sell that old one, I can turn it into a rental. I can figure that side out after the fact, but non-contingent means I don't have to do everything simultaneously. Obviously a lot less stressful when you're not doing multiple things at once. But that, my friends, is the definition and difference between a contingent pre-qualification transaction and a non-contingent pre-qualification and transaction. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. We would love to help you guys out. My name's Andrew Augustiniak, and I'm here to answer all of your questions.